War is a devastating and horrifying experience, and certain sights can be particularly terrifying. Here are some of the most terrifying things people might witness during war. Mass destruction, the widespread destruction of cities, towns, and villages due to bombings, artillery shelling, and other forms of attack, ruins and rubble everywhere. Once homes and landmarks are now decimated. Civilian casualties, the sight of innocent civilians, including children, caught in the crossfire, injured, or killed. This includes the aftermath of massacres and atrocities committed against non-combatants. Injured and dying soldiers, witnessing the severe injuries and deaths of fellow soldiers on the battlefield, often in gruesome and painful conditions, is deeply traumatic. Chemical and biological warfare, the use of chemical agents, like mustard gas or nerve agents, and biological weapons can cause indiscriminate suffering and death, with terrifying symptoms and long-term health consequences. Mass graves and genocide, discovering mass graves or evidence of genocide, where large numbers of people have been systematically killed and buried, is a harrowing sight. Torture and execution, the sight of torture, summary executions, and other forms of extreme violence used to intimidate and control populations or extract information from prisoners. Starvation and suffering, the sight of people, including children, suffering from severe malnutrition and starvation due to blockades, sieges, and the breakdown of supply chains. Psychological trauma, the expressions and behaviors of those suffering from severe psychological trauma, such as shell shock, now known as PTSD, can be deeply unsettling. Desperation and despair, the faces of refugees and displaced persons who have lost everything, including their homes, loved ones, and any sense of security. Destroyed environment, the devastation of the natural environment, including forests, rivers, and wildlife, due to military activities, which can leave the land scarred and uninhabitable. Nuclear explosions and fallout, the sight of a nuclear explosion, with its massive blast, intense heat, and subsequent radioactive fallout, represents one of the most terrifying potentials of modern warfare. Hospitals and medical tents, field hospitals filled with the wounded, with makeshift conditions, blood-soaked bandages, and the constant sounds of pain and suffering. These sights not only highlight the physical horrors of war but also its profound psychological and emotional impacts on those who experience it firsthand.